I'm in Bhopal, India, as I film this. That's one of the city's lakes behind me. Many people know Bhopal as the site of the worst industrial chemical spill in history. But Bhopal is also the site of a grand experiment in psychiatry. It's one of 5 low or middle income sites around the world field testing and affordable intervention for debilitating mental illnesses. I'm here to report on that, plus similar projects aimed at effectively treating mental illnesses at minimal cost. In this video, I'll tell you a little about myself and why this topic is of such interest to me.
I started out at the Royal College of Psychiatrists meeting in London, England, where a brilliant Indian psychiatrist named Vikram Patel presented the idea of lay counselors, local people trained to offer effective therapy to people with depression or schizophrenia. For several decades, he and colleagues at an NGO called Sangath have been developing a program. To do my reporting, I had to deal with the monsoon season. Getting out to villages to talk to patients and counselors was a challenge. A couple of times we had to turn back. When I finally got to visit patients, I found some very relieved people who were happy to have received care. Those who lived close to Sangath could come there for counseling. Others opted to visit offices set up at community health centers or at home. Counselors received 4 weeks of intensive training and got backup from the health centers. They taught patients with depression to focus on other things. When this woman feels a bad time coming on, she pulls out her cell phone and listens to devotional music. She says it helps. Special counselors called Sakis help women with pre- or postpartum depression. The developers of the program have been careful to test it, and the research results clearly show that local people can be trained to give effective care to people with mental illnesses.
So that's my story. I hope you'll listen to or read my pieces. You can find them or links to them on the Pulitzer Center website. And I hope that the next time you think of the illnesses that beset the world, you think not just about infectious diseases like HIV, TB, and malaria, and not just about non-communicable chronic diseases like diabetes or high blood pressure, but that you also think about mental illnesses such as depression and schizophrenia and bipolar disease. These conditions cost an enormous amount of disability among people already in difficult circumstances, people who can ill afford another challenge, especially if that challenge could be prevented or treated at minimal cost. Thanks for listening.